Good afternoon, everyone. Really privileged and honored to be present here. Thank you, NASCOM, for inviting me to be part of this wonderful Deep Tech conference where I'm sharing the stage with some distinguished, esteemed speakers as well as audience. I'm Dr. Divya Sriram, co founder and CEO of Denome. And I know that today we're talking about a lot of deep tech. And so maybe sometimes when you're going deeper into the tech, you can also get deeper into your REM cycle. So it's on me to make sure that that doesn't happen in the next 10 minutes. I also want to thank Praveen for setting the stage up, talking about engineered enzymes. And now I'm going to be talking about how we leveraged engineered enzymes to build synthetic gene circuits. So, what if your entire medical lab fit in your pocket? I mean, you look at the beast on the screen. Such beasts are the hearts of most central diagnostic labs. And through my journey as a researcher for the last 10 years, may it be as a cancer researcher at CCMB or an infectious researcher at Johns Hopkins University, one thing was clear that the clinicians are in the need for a rapid, quick diagnostic test that can be done near the bedside or closer to where the sample is being collected so that there can be a fast delivery of results. The high turnaround times have been especially a huge need in case of, say, surgical patients where the requirement is to get to know about a particular infection right then and there, or an highly resistant AMR infection that is plaguing the hospital or that's plaguing and creating certain epidemics and pandemics, right? They require such very quick screening tools. But why is it that these current technologies, although being the gold standards, are enabled to deliver these high turnaround times, low turnaround times? And that's because they are very high in their capex and opex, with complex electronic processes involved, and require highly skilled operatives to carry out. So, as a molecular biologist, my question has always been that if our cells are able to do complex processes in fractions of seconds, why are we not able to do this in the real world? And that is how both my co-founder and myself set out to harness the power of cellular circuits and bring them out into a small volume like a tube, which can therefore be able to replace these complex electronics. So when we talk about cellular circuits, what are they? I know Praveen gave a great idea about how synthetic circuits or molecular circuits can help bring out certain products. But now when you're taking these products out into a small tube, a normal cellular circuit consists of biomolecules like enzymes or genes that interact with each other to bring about logical operations just like an electronic circuit does. But normally in cells, you require around 40 to 50 components carrying out a single detection output. So how do we actually make it to be practically useful, right? So what we did is we leveraged our knowledge in protein engineering and used some of these breakthrough tools like AlphaFold to actually bring about these 40 components and bring them into a 5-component system. And that 5-component system is what is the D-isosquare technology that we've brought about for detection of nucleic acids that enables us to detect nucleic acids of pathogens, thereby enabling us to detect infectious diseases in just under 30 minutes. This technology, which is patented now, has been powering our D-isosquare pocket PCR. So basically, this technology has enabled us to eliminate the complex electronics and optics in these beasts that I had shown earlier and bring them into a really small pocket-sized devices which can carry out infectious disease detection in no time. Not only that, it consumes 10x to 50x lower power, and it is super easy to use. In fact, the detection is just like a pregnancy test, that the change, you can see the appearance of lines can give you a positive result. So it's pretty easy. You take the processed patient sample, insert it into the device, and wait for 30 minutes, and you get a test result out. It's become that simple now. So what are we, so this particular technology, we have actually validated across 300 plus data points in various applications. That's because this is a platform tech in the sense that by just changing one component, we are able to address various types of infectious diseases, whether it's a bacterial disease, a viral disease, or it's a disease in humans or animals. Now, as Dino, we are taking a One Health approach because of the power of this tech to be able to do detection not only in humans, but also in other applications like poultry and aquaculture, which are our major focuses now, as well as on-site food quality or water quality control with this. So currently, there are pilots going on in these 3 different sectors. One is poultry diagnostics, where we've recently paired up with one of the largest farms in India to carry out how D-ISO² is going to help these farms in their farm management and disease monitoring systems. In aquaculture, we've already completed the phase 1 of our pilots, where we've been able to successfully show early detection of viral diseases in aquaculture that are plaguing the market, as well as what we've done is established clinical sensitivity and specificity, which is above 97% in this application. Apart from that, we are initiating our next goals in human clinical diagnostics. We've already partnered with diagnostic labs and hospitals, and we'll be starting our phase 1 into these. The main target for us in human diagnostics is going to be AMR, and happy to discuss more with people who would love to collaborate with us on this. This would not have been possible without the ecosystem that is around us, NASSCOM being one of them, who have actually been able to successfully take us to a lot of these partners, but also the other stakeholders involved. I'm also very lucky to be having a team of synthetic biologists, scientists, assay developers, as well as device engineers from some of the mark institutions with their technical proficiencies. You can say from CCMB, IISc, ex-MIT, who are working with us to actually build this platform and put them in various different applications. This is not the end. We are not just building synthetic circuits in diagnostics, but we're also building synthetic circuits for other tools, detection tools from genomics to cell-free protein synthesis that will help us to actually create these new kinds of manufacturing for certain key reagents, just like what Praveen was talking about, is required in our country and in the world. Because the idea is, if we can leverage these synthetic circuits and create easy detection tools, or even tomorrow be able to create some of the raw materials that go into CAR T cells, then that would be the next breakthrough forward. Thank you so much for your time.